Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I'm starting this vlog in the car. I thought today I would go around and have a look at what the supermarkets have got for some activewear, because let me tell you, I have been through my activewear. I know my favourite sets of leggings, and I always find my favourite kind of sets in general. I always find that the ones I use the most, like reuse and reuse and reuse, are always supermarket brands. Even some of the more expensive ones, drum shock, have broken on me. The seam split, like the supermarkets seem to have got it, you know, got it right. I'm going to be going around the supermarkets. I have done a video like this before a little while ago. I'm a completely different shape and size to what I was back then. I have gained a lot of weight. We all know that. But anyway, I'm going to see if the supermarkets are still accommodating of a larger lady. So I'm going to start by going to Sainsbury's, Asda and Tesco's. Those are going to be my go-to ones, because they're the ones that I know have kind of like a what are they called? A kind of clothing brand attached to them. I'm going to be going to them, having a little look, see what there is, and then the ones that I like I will bring home and try on. So let's go to, I think I'm going to go to Sainsbury's first because that's the one furthest away from me. So I'm going to go to Sainsbury's and see what we get there.
I've been feeling freaky deaky, you're always saying.
So the first shop that I went into was Sainsbury's. I like Sainsbury's because they do generally have quite a large section for their clothing range, and they do have like an entire aisle dedicated to activewear, which obviously I'm now back with my selections. So I decided to go for these ones and these ones, which I guess, so the reason why, so it seems that they've very much so got like a bit of a colour scheme going on, and also the animal print kind of theme. They did have a really wide selection to choose from, which I liked, and the sizing were pretty spread out. Like you could get, I think I saw up to a 24, so I like that about it, size inclusive, and most items you could get up to the larger sizes as well. So I went for these two items purely because one was specifically a size 20. I'm kind of like an 18 to 20, so I generally tend to size up when it's things that I think might be a little bit tight or a little bit like that kind of material. And then I also went for an XL because, and I went for this purely because I don't know what an XL means. To me, these look tiny. They are full leggings, but I'd be intrigued to see what an XL translates as, because it doesn't say. It just says XL on them, on the label as well. So I'm interested to see what happens there. And they also have quite a good range of kind of like at-home stuff. So they've got like dumbbells, and they've got some trainers, sports bras. But I just wanted to pick up the leggings just to see what they're like. So I'm just going to cut to the clip now where I get home and try them on, before we move on to getting the Tesco's items. Okay, so the first leggings that I tried on were these ones, the animal print. I can already kind of feel that they're a little bit thin, but I got them in the size 20. They were £20, which I thought was quite reasonably priced considering that you can pay quite a lot of money for leggings. But when I tried them on, you can tell that they are light, like quite thin material. However, they did cover quite well. They are kind of baggy in random areas, which makes me think that I've got a size too big. I feel like if I got a size down, they would have been a little bit better. They're not really squat proof. That's the other thing with them being obviously quite a thin material. Although I am wearing black knickers, so I think maybe if I was going to the gym I would maybe just try and wear like nude knickers, but in terms of them being see-through, they weren't squat proof. However, they were high-waisted, which I like. I do prefer high-waisted leggings because for me, anything that's not high-waisted just tends to fall down. The second pair that I got from Sainsbury's was these ones. I was very much so questioning the size of these because they were absolutely tiny when they came off the hanger. I actually, when I was putting these on, I was like, oh my god, these are the leggings of dreams. They felt really comfy. I really liked them, and then I looked in the mirror. Fit lovely. Like I say, the material on them is really nice. However, I might as well have not been wearing them. You could see through them without me even squatting, so they're a big no-go for me. They did fit nicely around the ankles. They were high-waisted, but I wouldn't leave the house in these, never mind go to the gym in them, so they are getting returned 100%. Right guys, we have made it to Asda, which has their little side piece called George. It took me a little while to get here. God, the kind of traffic. It's like 12 o'clock. Why is there so much traffic? To be honest, a little bit underwhelmed. There wasn't really that much. I mean, there was selection, nothing really of like substance, which makes me think like, oh, I go back there for activewear. I did pick up 2 pieces, a plain black pair and kind of like a purpley animal print one. There seems to be a bit of a theme going on at the minute with the supermarkets and animal print, but we're here for it. I wasn't really sure on the sizing because they've just got the small, medium, large, extra large. The large was a 16 to 18 and then the extra large was a 20 to 22. Well, neither of those are for me. So I did go for the extra large just to be safe, because I'd rather them be too big than too small, because I did want to be comfortable in them. If they are far too big, then they are going to have to come back, aren't they? But either way, let's see how these ones performed. The next pair that I tried on were these black ones from Asda at George. I was actually quite surprisingly impressed with these ones. They do have some nice pockets on the sides. They fit lovely. They've got some nice detailing on the legs, which I didn't actually realise when I bought them, but the extra large fit quite nicely. Felt I was being sucked in. And yeah, in terms of squat proof, they did kind of see through a little bit, but not so much that I would think, oh my god, I can see a knickers kind of thing. Do you know, like your average amount of see-through for a pair of gym leggings, which why can't we get a pair of leggings these days that aren't see-through? But yes, overall generally quite impressed. Are a possibility that I might keep, but we shall see. Next pair, again from Asda George. These ones, as soon as I started putting these ones on, the material, as soon as you stretch it, it goes from this lovely purple colour to like white, which to me shows just how see-through they're going to be. Again, might as well not have been wearing them. Really see-through, randomly baggy, not flattering at all. The material around the ankles weren't very tight, which meant that, because I mean you can see there, look, there's purple material and it just goes white. So that to me, just a big no-go. They look like they've been worn and washed 1,000,001 times before I even got them on. So yeah, a big no for me. Tesco's. I'm so disappointed. Right, I've made it to Tesco's. I've just been in and woo! Tesco's is usually where I get my most reliable leggings from. They did have a little bit of a selection there. So if you don't know, Tesco's little clothing range is called F&F, stands for Florence and Fred. They usually have a really wide range of activewear. They do have a whole section dedicated to activewear, but there was just something like lacking. I don't know what it is, whether it was just like diversity in terms of like colour and like types and stuff. It was all just very plain. They did have some nice blue ones, which I've picked up. Again, the sizing XL. No idea what that means. So we're gonna give them a go. I did see a nice pair of like orangey ones. However, they were like a peachy orange. However, they didn't have my size in them. They had every other size 1,000,000 times over, but just not mine. Let's see how these do. So I only picked up this one colour because the other ones just weren't taking my fancy, but I did like the colour of these nice sort of sky pale blue ones. They're £14. Again, I was skeptical about the size because they do look quite small, but they did stretch really nicely and actually fit quite nice. Obviously I'm wearing a crop top. In the other footage, so I would usually wear like a long top to cover like my belly and things, but if you were to wear a crop top, they're not the most flattering. In terms of being squat proof, again, not the best, but better than some of the others. They were nice and tight fitting around the ankles, and yeah, just if you're wanting like a coloured legging, I'd probably go for these ones and just change what underwear I was wearing if I was going to the gym. So that was a bit of a disaster. Here's me wanting to go out and prove a point that you can get really good high quality activewear from supermarkets and it being a complete fail. I don't know what's happened. I literally have pairs of leggings that are from Tesco's especially that are really good quality and are like a staple in my gym wear and are a staple in my kind of activewear drawers. I don't know what's happened. I think the only ones that I would keep out of this selection are the black ones, and at a very big push, the blue ones from Tesco's. Otherwise, I'm not impressed. I'm really sorry that this has been a bad haul. I really wanted this to work out. It didn't. These things happen. Let me know where you get your activewear from, if it's reasonably priced, what you think. I hope that you've enjoyed this video, even though it has been a complete flop. If you have, then please give it a thumbs up. Go hit the subscribe button below, and if you want to be notified for when I do upload next, hit the bell as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.